Because you know why? In my opinion, it's only my opinion, the Mexican government totally tells Univision, about 80% of their market, 70% of them, totally tells Univision what to do. Totally. So the Mexican government is not happy with me, to put it mildly. And again, I respect Mexico, but their leaders are too smart for our leaders, because we have stupid leaders. Okay?
Hey, Trump! Stop
Okay, I'm here with the person that pulled down this flag. Is that right? Is it a flag?
Yep, we took the flag that says I hate down, or stop hate, from the protesters, and they're the ones that are starting the hate. Donald Trump is here to show that, hey, this is America, let's make America again, and that's the kind of things that are creating hate, are the signs that they put up.
So how did it feel to be able to yank it out of their hands?
It was great. It was great.
And who did you give it to?
I gave it to one of Donald Trump's aides.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, and thank you for pulling that down.
Hillary Clinton was the worst Secretary of State in the history. The worst. The world blew up around him. Our enemies are a disaster. Our friends, and they hate us more. Our friends are all gone. They're all gone. They're all sort of like, we don't get along with anybody. Everybody's ripping us off. Whether it's Russia or China. You know what we've done? For 20 years I've heard the worst thing that could happen would be if Russia and China start uniting. We've united them. Because we did things that were very onerous, because Obama doesn't like Putin. And Putin doesn't respect or like Obama. And all of a sudden, Russia and China now are doing all sorts of things together. So we've driven them together. And I've always heard that's a disaster. And it is a disaster. We have driven them. So Hillary Clinton was the worst. Now tell me something. Why would she? Why? Just tell me. Why would she be depressed? She'd be terrible. Who would you rather have negotiating a deal, a trade deal, with anybody? Trump or Hillary? Well, we have to get there first.
Trump,
so, who would you rather have negotiating a really good deal with? Mexico, China, Japan, Trump, or Jeb Bush? I didn't think that the immigration thing would take on a life like it has. I made some very tough statements about people flowing through, because that's one of the things, to make our country great again, we have to create borders, otherwise we don't have a country. So it's one of many... We have to make great trade deals and all. So I said, strong borders, one of the things. I said, trade deals. Who would do better? I know, I'll tell you what, I know the greatest negotiators in the world. Some are horrible people, horrible human beings. Who cares? Some Wall Street guys, they're brutal, they're miserable. You wouldn't want to go out to dinner. They're terrible people. I love them. I know the best. I know people that are totally overrated. They're not good like they think and like the press thinks. I know people that you never heard of that are better than all of them. I would take one, put her in charge of Japan. Good luck. You know who's our primary representative right now? Carolyn Kennedy. You know how she got the job? 60 Minutes. She went to the White House. She said, I'd love to have a job. I have nothing to do. They said, how would you like to be the ambassador to Japan? She goes, really? And Abe from Japan, who's a killer, he's great. He's already knocking the hell out of the yen, by the way, which makes it even more impossible for us to compete. And he's whining and dining her, and I watch it all the time, whining and dining, and just doing a number on our country. A friend of mine is a great excavator. That's what he does. He digs foundations. He digs lots of dirt, earth. But he's a great excavator, big. And he always bought Caterpillar. And he calls me up recently and he goes, I'm a little depressed. Why? I just put in a big order for machinery, for excavating equipment. I said, oh, that's good. Did you buy Caterpillar? No. I bought Komatsu. I said, you bought Komatsu? It's fine. I mean, it's a well-known brand. I said, you bought Komatsu, why? He said, because Japan, it's very recent, has so devalued the yen, brilliant, smart, these are smart people, that it made it impossible for me to buy Caterpillar tractors. I owe it to my family. I owe it to my employees. I owe it to myself. I have to do what's right for my company. So it made it impossible. So he ordered Komatsu instead of Caterpillar. This is happening all over. Today, in the Wall Street Journal, big story, Ford going to build tremendous plants all over the place overseas. Ford, by the way, speaking of Mexico, again, I respect them. I wish we had smart people. Ford is building a $2.5 billion plant. Who ever heard of this? $1 billion plant. $2.5 billion in Mexico. Now, this is good. Now think of it. So I'm saying to myself, that's not good. And in addition to that, in Tennessee, a big plant, $1.2 billion, was going to be built in Tennessee. Wall Street Journal. And all of a sudden, the last moment, they decide to go to Mexico. It's going to be built now in Mexico by a big German car company. And Tennessee is great. And the people were good. They all thought they had it. And at the last one, it goes to Mexico. So I said to myself, wow, $2.5 billion. And they're going to make cars and trucks and parts. And they're going to send them into the United States. No tax, no money. Now, I told you, I went to the Wharton School of Finance. I was like, I'm like a really smart person. My uncle was a perfect Dr. John Trump, was at MIT, one of the smartest people, great engineer, great, like, you know, smart, right? For many years he was at MIT. And I'm saying to myself, where does this help us for Ford to build a plant in Mexico and then sell without tax? No tax. All it means is one thing, that we don't build a plant in the United States, whether it's in Phoenix or anywhere. It's being built in Mexico.